My tinnitus sounds so much better now. My name is John and this is my tinnitus story. For me, the change happened so quickly. May 2011 and I was an active, healthy, hard-working 55-year-old who had never even heard of tinnitus. Yet by early June I was hearing a chorus of locusts in both ears, becoming introspective, irrationally anxious and alarmed each evening as the day quietened. I would then wake throughout the night due to the noise in both ears. All I wanted to do was hear nothing. In my personal dark night of the soul, I started to pray for the first time in many years, as I couldn't contemplate living long term with the never-ending noise. I had wonderful support around me, but I still felt so isolated and afraid. It was a vicious circle, with my increasing anxiety raising the volume in my ears, thereby making me even more anxious. Within a short period of time, my doctor had referred me to an ear, nose and throat specialist, and tinnitus was the verdict. To learn there was no cure seemed akin to a life sentence, and so depression kicked in. Outwardly I smiled and I could speak logically about tinnitus. Inwardly I realised how fragile I'd become. By the end of June I was prescribed a course of Valium as a short-term fix to quieten my negative mind, as my body gradually adjusted to a more powerful antidepressant that would be my partner for life. The breakthrough for me came in an ironic and unexpected way. While no definitive cause for the tinnitus was identified, it seemed that a course of strong anti-inflammatory drugs for a damaged knee had triggered it for me. My doctor then discovered that tinnitus was one side effect of the drug for a tiny percentage of the population. So I was quickly back to see him when the increasing dosages of the antidepressant also seemed to increase my noise levels. Unbelievably, it seemed that again, a very small percentage of people taking that particular antidepressant get tinnitus. So as well as changing my prescription, the doctor recommended a psychologist who introduced me to meditation. Within 4 to 5 weeks, I had discontinued all medication and had grown to accept my condition, which meant I no longer feared the night time and once again saw a future. Within 3 months of starting meditation, my outlook had changed, and in the years since, my business has boomed and I've never felt better. My doctor told me recently that I was in exceptionally good health. I'm not a meditation expert, but I am a meditation convert, with the belief that there is no one best type of meditation for any person. My routine of 2011 is no longer my practice, and what suits one person might not work for another. The key is to experiment and simply try it. Whether you put aside 2 minutes or 20, some time is better than none. In the space of 3 months, I went from living a privileged life and not recognising how much I was taking for granted, to having a shake-up and reaching a point where I felt isolated and uncertain how I could navigate another day, to coming out the other side with a new perspective that has touched so many aspects of my life. These aspects include financial, personal, spiritual, and my well-being. I've still got exactly the same tinnitus, but what I judged initially as a curse, I now regard as a blessing. I really do. And while there are many factors to this positive outcome, certainly my daily meditation is at the core of the change. If you are in a similar position to what I was back in 2011, why don't you try meditation for yourself? We have 3 free guided meditations that you can try by accessing them through any of the opt-in forms on this site. Have any questions? You can email us at mail@mytinnitussounds.com.